While I bought the house on Marrow Hill, it felt like a dream. A steep discount, high ceilings, antique fixtures, everything I thought I wanted. But there was something about it. The silence was too thick, the shadows too deep. The first week was uneventful, though I noticed my dog, Toby, refused to enter the basement. He'd stand at the top of the stairs, growling softly, tail between his legs. I figured maybe he smelled mold or rodents. I should have trusted him. It began with a sound, a whisper, faint, like someone speaking behind the walls. I would pause, strain to hear, and it would vanish. At first, I blamed the old pipes, but the whispers grew more distinct. "Get out," I thought I heard once. Another night, he's watching. I stopped sleeping well. I'd wake in the middle of the night, drenched in sweat, convinced someone was standing over me. But every time I turned on the light, nothing. That is, until the night I saw the handprint. It was on the bathroom mirror. 5 long, greasy smudges, as if someone had pressed their hand against the glass. I hadn't touched the mirror. No one had. I lived alone. I scrubbed it off, but the next morning, it was back. This time, there were 2. I tried rationalizing, maybe a chemical stain, maybe Toby jumped up and somehow made the marks. But in my gut, I knew better. And that night, something finally made itself known. The door to the basement was always locked, not by me. Yet every time I went near it, it resisted. When I finally forced it open, the stench hit me like a wave. Sulfur, rotting meat, and something unnatural. The air inside was cold, bitterly cold. I flicked on the light, and the bulb burst. From the darkness below, I heard footsteps, slow, deliberate, coming up the stairs. I slammed the door and locked it myself this time. But the footsteps didn't stop. I stopped going near mirrors. I covered them, avoided reflections. Because now, the handprints were moving. Each morning, they changed position, higher, lower, stretched wide like claws. And then one night I saw it, not in the mirror, but reflected in the television screen, tall, hunched, its body covered in smoke. Its eyes glowing a deep, hellish red. It stood behind me, watching. I turned around, nothing there. But the house had gone dead silent. Desperate, I searched the attic and found something horrifying, a dusty trunk filled with bones, melted candles. And a book, Latin text, hand-scrawled symbols, instructions for summoning and binding demons. There were names written in the margins, dozens of them, all crossed out, except for the last one, mine. I dropped the book, my hands shaking. That's when the lights went out. In the darkness, I heard the whisper again. Only this time it was inside my head. "Let me in." I couldn't move. My body felt heavy, like something sat on my chest. A force gripped me, cold and relentless. My vision blurred. I tried to scream, but my mouth wouldn't open. And then I felt it, something enter me. I don't remember much from the days that followed. I found myself in strange places, sometimes in the woods, sometimes outside neighbors' homes. My phone recorded audio by itself, guttural voices, deep chants in languages I didn't know. Toby wouldn't come near me. He barked until his throat went raw, and then he vanished. I knew I was losing the fight. In desperation, I reached out to a priest. Clawed, begged, promised power, riches, anything. But the priest didn't stop. And finally, with a final shriek that shattered every window, it left. The house feels lighter now, warmer. The handprints are gone. The whispers have stopped.